Coming up tonight on KRCG 13 live at 5, Governor Nixon signs tighter rules on state lawmakers. We'll tell you what they are. A verdict is reached in the trial of a Jefferson City man accused of killing his neighbor. And Mustang enthusiasts are in town for a big celebration. We'll take you to Shelby Fest.
And we've had overcast skies across the area this afternoon. KRCG 13 live at 5 starts right now.
Live from across mid-Missouri, this is KRCG 13 live at 5.
Good evening. I'm Megan Lane. Thanks for joining us. State lawmakers will face tighter rules next year. Governor Jay Nixon today signed 2 more ethics reform bills into law. Several lawmakers in recent years resigned during their terms to become lobbyists. They include former House Speaker Steve Tilley and former Senate President Tom Dempsey. Starting next year, state lawmakers will have to wait 6 months after their terms end before becoming lobbyists. Lawmakers also now must dissolve their campaign committees before they become lobbyists. Candidate and campaign committees may invest campaign funds.
These new laws make incremental progress toward badly needed ethics reform in Missouri. There's much that should be done and only a few days left in which to do it.
Also today, Nixon signed the rest of the 2017 budget into law. The budget eliminates funding for Planned Parenthood. We'll hear from the governor's thoughts on that provision tonight at 6. The Missouri House has passed a bill with several amendments aimed at expanding gun access. Members voted to allow full-time employees to carry guns on college campuses with some exceptions. The measure would also allow citizens to carry concealed guns on buses and other forms of public transportation and would ensure police can carry firearms at all times. The changes send the bill heads back to the Senate.
And now, your KRCG 13 Weather Authority first weather.
Well, it's been overcast. We've had some showers, even a few thunderstorms across parts of the area. A live look over Columbia shows those overcast skies with just a little bit of light rain off in the distance there on our Heart of Missouri Chevy dealer's camera. As far as temperatures, it's been a little cool today. We've had temperatures back into the 60s. We are going to talk a little bit more on some warmer weather as we get through this week, plus possibility at some more rain between now and next weekend. Those details are coming up in your 7-day forecast.
All right, thanks, Zach. Jurors handed down a not guilty verdict this afternoon for a Jefferson City man accused of killing his neighbor. Paris Alexander Henderson is a free man tonight. He was found not guilty of all charges. That's including second-degree murder, armed criminal action, and unlawful use of a weapon. He was released from custody within the past hour. The 26-year-old was accused of killing 33-year-old Bryant Tank Sturkey. That's in April of 2015. Jurors heard testimony from detectives. They watched a video of police investigators questioning Alexander Henderson shortly after Sturkey was killed. Alexander Henderson said he shot Sturkey in self-defense, thinking Sturkey had a gun. A Jefferson City Correctional Center inmate pleaded guilty today to an attack on a guard. Joshua Perkins admitted he grabbed a CD player from an officer and hit her in the back of the head. He then punched her in the face at least 30 times. The officer had several facial fractures, a broken nose, a fractured orbital socket, and a pelvic fracture. He was sentenced to another 20 years after pleading guilty to the May 2015 attack. Police in Centralia are in the midst of arresting several people as the result of a 2-week investigation. 8 people have been arrested so far in the investigation, which has focused primarily on methamphetamine. No names have been released yet, and police aren't saying how many more arrests are anticipated. A Jefferson City man's in custody after punching a police officer in the face this morning. That officer contacted Aaron Mosley about some active warrants while Mosley was walking on East Miller Street. As the officer began to question Mosley, a struggle ensued and Mosley punched the officer in the face. Officers then chased Mosley down and took him into custody. The officer is now back on duty after the incident. An electrical appliance caused a house fire in Jefferson City Thursday night. When crews got to the home in the 600 block of Ohio Street, they saw smoke coming from an open door. Firefighters quickly put out the blaze and limited the damage to one room. Residents were able to get out of the home and 2 pets were rescued from inside. Fire officials determined the cause of the fire to be an unidentified electrical appliance. Damage is estimated at $20,000. Coming up on KRCG 13 live at 5, the 10th annual Shelby Fest has hit the streets of Jefferson City. We'll give you a rundown of this weekend's events.
And we'll talk a little more on some rain ahead in your forecast and how much longer the cooler temperatures stick around. Details when KRCG 13 Live at 5 returns.
And now, your KRCG 13 Weather Authority forecast.
Well, we're going to continue to find cloudy skies, even a chance for a few rumbles of thunder between now and early tomorrow morning. Temperatures will fall out of the low 70s and back into the 60s tomorrow morning with mostly cloudy skies. A few strong to even a couple isolated severe thunderstorms will be possible tomorrow or overnight into the morning. Hail and damaging winds are going to be our primary threats. We've had a couple rounds of some light showers move through most of the area. Some stronger thunderstorms over towards Sedalia, Boonville. Those are all north of 24 Highway right now, and they're continuing to move off to the north and east. A few light showers still remain across most of the area, a little dry from areas from Boonville to Marshall and down Highway 65 as you head down into southwest Missouri. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 60s, couple 70s out there. Herman right now at 75, Marshall at 70, and we've got a lot of 60s out here. Overcast skies right now on our Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers camera in Columbia. Mizzou campus off in the background, 66 degrees. South to southeast winds at 13 miles per hour. Here's the bigger picture. The showers and thunderstorms that are firing right now across parts of south central Kansas, those are what's going to roll through here later on tonight and give us that chance for some stronger to even severe thunderstorms. Again, you can see some clearing in the clouds, and that's going to allow for some of that sunshine to move this way. We could still find a couple rumbles here through the early part of your evening, but better chances are going to move in overnight. The hour-by-hour forecast doesn't do a great job of picking up on a lot of this, but it does bring through some stronger showers earlier tomorrow morning. Continuing to find a few light showers for the first part of the day on Tuesday. Then we begin to dry out, finding some sunshine on your Tuesday afternoon. Temperatures fairly warm as well. Then we go Tuesday night into Wednesday. We're going to find another round of some rain showers possible as we go through your Wednesday. Some strong thunderstorms will be possible once again with temperatures a little bit on the cooler side. Tonight, we'll find overcast skies, a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures right around 61 degrees. A little bit more sunshine for the afternoon on your Tuesday after a little bit of rain in the morning. Still warm. We'll find highs close to 83 degrees. Then we get into your 7-day forecast, and we'll continue to find a couple areas of some strong to even isolated severe thunderstorms continuing through Wednesday. Then a couple hit and miss showers towards the end of the week on your Friday. Still looking for temperatures in the 70s. Cool for Saturday in the 60s. Not bad for the weekend. It'll feel fairly comfortable. And we'll find temperatures a little bit below average there next weekend and early next week.
Okay. So just got to get through the storms and then time to cut more grass because the grass will be growing.
Absolutely. You got it.
All right. Thanks, Zach. President Obama weighs in on the race to take his place in the Oval Office. Coming up, hear what he has to say about the likely
You're watching KRCG 13 Live at 5 with Megan Lay and weather with Zach Paul. KRCG 13 Live at 5.
Iraqi security forces are enforcing a major crackdown in the capital as anti-government protesters threaten to return to the streets. U.S. officials are urging the Iraqi government to stabilize the country as American military advisors help Kurdish forces defeat ISIS.
Behind me is one of the main bridges leading to the Green Zone, and overnight, security forces erected blast barricades right across the bridge. They deployed police and army in the streets around the Green Zone, not just as a security measure, but to avoid a repeat of last weekend's demonstrations when protesters overran it. The tensions had been building for months, anger at the government over charges of corruption and criticism that security forces seem unable to stop ISIS from launching terror attacks here in the capital and elsewhere. The protests are largely driven by Muqtada al-Sadr, the powerful Shiite cleric whose militias launched a bloody fight against American forces at the height of the insurgency. His followers have threatened to storm the Green Zone once again. Inside the Green Zone is the U.S. Embassy, the fortress within a fortress. The instability is America's problem, too, because of the fight with ISIS. The death of Navy SEAL Charles Keating IV is a reminder of how much closer U.S. troops are getting to this fight. U.S. military officials tell us they need to depend on a government that's got its act together and at least has some support from the people. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, Baghdad.
In other news tonight, President Obama is weighing in on the candidates who hope to take over his job. He's urging reporters to be tough on Donald Trump. As for the Democrats, this late in the game, the president hasn't endorsed either candidate in his own party. Weijia Jiang reports from the White House.
This is not entertainment. This is not a reality show.
President Obama made remarks about Donald Trump for the first time since Trump became the presumptive Republican nominee.
I think it's important for us to take seriously the statements he's made in the past.
The president avoided questions about the drama unfolding within the GOP. Several Republican leaders are refusing to support Trump's candidacy, including House Speaker Paul Ryan and U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham.
I just can't go where Donald Trump would take us. I don't think he's qualified to be commander-in-chief.
RNC Chairman Reince Priebus says he's talked with Trump about the deep divide.
Just relax and be gracious, and I'll talk to Paul, and we'll try to work on this.
Ryan has invited Trump to meet with him and House Republican leaders next week. President Obama declined to declare Hillary Clinton the Democratic nominee, even though she has won 92% of the delegates needed to lock up the nomination.
Let's let the process play itself out.
Bernie Sanders is threatening a floor fight at the DNC convention, saying he'll challenge rules if he believes the process is unfair. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
A source tells CBS News the FBI has interviewed Huma Abedin, a close aide to Hillary Clinton, about her use of a private email server. Coming up, the weekend's almost here, and we have some fun outdoor activities for you and your whole family. That's when KRCG 13 Live at 5 continues. It's going to be a beautiful weekend here in the Show Me State. KRCG 13's Ashley Zavala tells us what's going on in this week's Around Town for Parents.
Celebrate Mom this weekend at Missouri River Regional Library. On Saturday from 11 to noon, the library will have crafts you can make to give to Mom on her special day. You can also choose flower seeds to plant in pea pots, create flower-shaped Mother's Day cards, and much more. It's supposed to be a gorgeous weekend in mid-Missouri, so why not spend it outside? The Missouri Youth Rugby Boys State Championship is this Saturday and Sunday in Jefferson City. Come see the top 8 teams in the state battle it out to win the 2016 championship. The games start at 10 a.m. at Dwight T. Marine Stadium. The 14th annual J. Dix Challenge to Cure race is this Saturday at Flat Branch Park in Columbia. There will be 3 different events for all levels: a 5K walk, 5K run, and a 10K run. All proceeds go to the Ellis Fischel Cancer Center for local cancer research. Attention all car lovers. The 10th annual Shelby Fest is this weekend in downtown Jefferson City. The festival is all weekend with country cruises tonight and tomorrow, a car show Saturday, and ending with a banquet and dinner Saturday night. Pre-registration for the dinner is required. For more information on any of these events, you can head to our website, krcgtv.com. And of course, if you know of a family-friendly event, let us know on social media. Have a great weekend with your family.
Zach's got a final check of our forecast when Karen. Seems like for the next few days, even if it's dry out, my umbrella will be coming with me no matter where I go.
Yeah, especially if you're still heading out this evening, you'll definitely want that umbrella. We'll find some of those showers sticking around. Overnight tonight, we could find some loud ones, even a couple strong to isolated severe. So if you've got pets or kids that are afraid of the noise, you may have a little extra company tonight. Otherwise, I do think we'll be dry for the most part Tuesday, but we will find those showers and thunderstorms redeveloping on Wednesday. A couple more strong, isolated, severe thunderstorms will be possible, then some hit and miss showers as we get closer to the weekend.
Okay. Thank you, Zach, and thank you for joining us for KRCG 13 Live at 5. We'll see you at 6. Have a great night.